you can see the score. It's really 0-0, and we're playing a straight up best of 3 from this point on. So, in the beginning, you want to start off strong. With that said, gain the momentum back. You know, maybe not with that said, but who knows? Who knows what we'll see here from Lion Esports Club as far as that's concerned. I did have to clear my chat, so got rid of several of the bands there. But obviously, you see the lock pull is Keeper, Ophelia, Shadowblade, Bubbles, Pharaoh, and then Rally to finish things off. What were the bands?
The bands, me.
Blind bands we got.
The blind bands, you want the normal bands
No, normal
here.
bands, yeah.
Yeah, Complexity bands Fade, Zephyr, and Wretched Hag responded by Lions betting out Parasite, Deadwood, and Engineer.
Okay. So yeah, the Engineer band on top of that, it's really...
Well, yeah, it doesn't tell you
now
they
the
want
chances
to
of
again.
Devour.
No. You know, when going into the series, Lions did say, hey, we want Hellborn. And here they are.
Yeah.
They have Hellborn again.
You're right, yeah.
So
Hellborn is 2-0 today.
Yeah, it is. Well, once again, I don't want to talk about Game 2, but it is 2-0 today, and Lions has shown a preference for the side, so they're back on this side. And if they were to win this and lose next, they would have their final game on Hellborn again.
Very true. I mean, the role could very likely have an impact. I mean, it's just a simple slash roll, but it could have an impact. Yeah, Empath Pebbles. Tempest the first pick, but what? What do you see?
There's something with Empath Wall which a lot of people now know about, but you can actually use the Empath Wall to break even a Tempest through Shrunken Head. You can cancel his Elemental Void through a Shrunken Head with Empath Wall.
How?
You know how it pushes people when they're in the middle of it? That push displaces and causes...
Ah! Yes!
Yes! It's the Berserker!
Yes!
It's the Berserker Empath!
I don't even care what you're saying anymore. We got Berserker!
I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was like, oh my god!
I really wish the camera
He did it for you. Oh, guess what? Guess what? This the Keeper route isn't going to matter to Berserker if he gets high level. Say he's level 16, Keeper route comes out and he's reducing all of those the durations.
Like, I got an ulti that makes 80%
It's like free Shrunken Head, and the Empath is inside him. He's about to go wild.
Oh my god!
Now they just need to pick Shadowblade with this team, and I'll be set. But yeah, here's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what were you saying?
Empath is inside somebody.
Yeah.
Shrunken Head Tempest comes on out. Doesn't matter. You can still cancel it with that wall. So you can't do anything about it.
That is interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting and pretty damn broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's
is that intended?
Intended or not, as far as I know, it's not considered abuse right now. I have a couple other abilities as well with that displacement, so I don't want to say that. I'm not sure if they know it, so maybe I just tipped them off. But either way, I think they picked Empath more for that Berserker. But yeah, it does happen.
Huh. Wow. I'm just so happy right now. I can cry. I mean,
this is
gonna see Berserker
that wasn't even out of the troll pick pool, man.
This is the grand freaking finals of a $20,000 is on the line here for the Sound Blaster Heroes League, and they chose Berserker. I'm loving it right now. Lions is my #1 team, no doubt. I don't care.
You ever see Clerks?
What's up?
You ever see Clerks?
I've never seen Clerks.
Okay,
I've heard it's hilarious. But
yeah, Berserker represented right here by Flensmeister.
With the team ready up, too.
Okay.
It's pretty good synergy. All right, okay, so looking at everything here, though. Complexity, that's as happy as I am to see Berserker and Empath over and everything. Complexity got a damn powerful lineup, man.
They have Keeper Tempest, they have late game and Draconis.
That's scary, man.
Doesn't matter, have Berserker.
It doesn't. Why am I worried? Just have Berserker go 700 gold per minute again, and you'll be fine. Okay, so I got to compose myself now. I mean, we're coming off 2 intense games there, and now we get to see Berserker in Game 3. This is turning out to be my most favorite series ever.
This is
cast it for 3 years now, and this is my favorite series ever now, officially.
Favorite series of all time.
Lions versus Complexity. All right, here we go, though, into the laning phase. Obviously, Berserker going up top here to start things off. Again, when they're not more than likely just coming up here to protect that ward spot to get things kicked off. So we'll see how and where he actually ends up. But you do got an Ophelia here on the Hellborn side, of course. I kind of wonder. They'll probably have Berserker top, but will they keep Empath up here at the beginning? Kind of make it a pseudo trial and really put farm focus on him and have Pebbles go mid? Or will they do something different? Maybe they'll just send Empath with Pebbles.
Yeah.
And just have Berserker by himself. It is a Keeper of the Forest up here. But,
I gotta fix some of my settings here.
Sure.
One sec.
Sure. But yeah, so looking through Berserker, again, I love this here. Ever since he first came out, for those that may not know, I've been saying from the very beginning, this guy, it just seems like the impact, he seems like there's two things why I love this hero. One is that, because ultimately I think he actually can fit pretty damn well in the right hands. And when it comes to his potential, being effective, seems pretty good. You can see right here, actually, even using the empath wall, they're going to try to kill these animated trees. Using the hatchet, they get one at least. The other one, so there will still be a little bit of a pull, but they are going to hurt it a little bit here. So well played by Lions. And actually, Moon is not even going to get there. So that actually was very successful. Not going to get the pull off.
Well, speaking of Berserker, who recently got a buff, none other than him. He got the buff to his laning presence. You know that, right?
What was the buff? I'm actually
the chains actually last longer at low levels. The chain spike, yeah. Now it's instead of 1.5 to 2.5, it's 1.3, 1.7, 2.1, 2.5. So scales up a little bit smoother there, and it also does more damage.
Cool. Yeah, that's that did happen. I was had to remember
very
exactly,
small, but sometimes
it's still something.
Need a little buff to draw attention to the hero.
You see Keeper right here. Oh, it's gonna be stolen by Empath. Well played by Empath right there. Keeper is trying to actually jungle here to start because the lack of pull, but actually Moonman is in a lot of trouble, honestly. What? He doesn't even have Nature's Veil just yet, remember. Empath has another wall coming up in 4 seconds. Oh, this could be deadly for Moon Meander, actually. The wall's going to be coming up right here. Can he cut him off is the question. There's the wall, going to force him to go the other direction. Moon Meander making Bloodlust here. Yes, he will. Seal Kid picks up the Bloodlust kill on to Moon Meander. He was trying to be fancy there. It did not pay off. Pebbles, in the meantime, actually putting some good damage onto a Luna, so...
Holy shit.
What is going on, man?
You know what's fancy about Berserker, too?
What's up?
The mark for death. You know what that
does?
I love,
it refreshes whenever you get a kill, yeah.
And it reveals. And it gives you vision.
Okay, yeah, it does,
So, the Keeper Invis.
It's powerful
the mark,
against him.
It is.
But my ultimate, going back to him, though, why I really wanted to see this guy for the longest time, because he can have an impact, because of his playstyle. I mean, the hero literally benefits from having balls and manning up. That's basically how the hero was designed. Between his ultimate, between the strength sap with the W, and then the mark for death, obviously, with the attack speed, the movement speed, and everything that you get from that. I just love the concept of this hero, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, I'm sure, and I can't wait to see Flensmeister continue to progress with him. So,
yes. I can't get. We're seeing Berserker here.
I know. I'm sitting here. I'm as biased as crap right now for Lion Esports Club, but I could care less. I'm just happy to see Lion Esports Club pick up Berserker, and that's my focus this game. But no, okay. To kind of calm things down here. Okay, big picture. Let's
take it down.
I know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Calm it down. What is? Why would you want to? This is a Berserker.
How about what Complexity's been doing though? Aluna was somewhat in the middle lane a little bit there, but now she's back towards the bottom lane here. So. She's been roaming a little bit back and forth, ultimately just allowing Haxer in here on Draconis to have a good time. At the bottom lane, again, overall this lineup is very deadly on Complexity side. A lot of AoE teamfight synergy here. Coming out between Keeper, between Tempest, Draconis on top of that. So, this is definitely going to be an awesome mid game here when it comes down to it between these two teams. So. Berserker, though, he is, in a sense, getting the free farm himself. 19 and 13 up here. It is tops in the game right now by quite a bit, so Flensmeister obviously looking pretty good here to start on Berserker. Hanskin, in the meantime, on Ophelia, doing her best to kind of keep up with Tempest, but clearly Tempest is having the better time so far.
Yeah.
Riser.
Last time I saw Flensmeister play Berserker, he had a Frost Skull in the end, too. Just preventing that kiting from happening. I'm just curious to see sort of how he builds it. We don't get to see this hero much at all. Of course, we've seen the Armlet plus Sanitarius plus the Elder Parasite builds before, but I don't think that's the route he's going.
The Helm of the Black Legion, obviously, again, kind of build him up a little bulky. Again, the Ultimate's really interesting with that, how... Okay, so if you read it, as well as grant your attack bonus physical damage based on a percentage of your maximum health. So you figure the more health, so that Behemoth's Heart, clearly an item that you could definitely value as a very effective item on him. as it increases his damage even more, being a strength hero in general, but on top of the ultimate. But yeah, the ultimate, as you're also mentioning, the 80% debuff and stun duration reduction at level 3. That's absurd. It basically makes it so you don't even feel it. I mean, sure, you do get, it's kind of like makes everything a mini stun, basically. Like, it's annoying still, but it doesn't matter.
Peasants. Yeah. Makes something like the Pharaoh Wall pretty kind of, I mean, you don't want to be trapped in there with him, but the Pharaoh Wall, that's something that traps him that you can't reduce the duration of, for instance.
True.
So,
that's true.
A little bit of good CC coming out there.
Yeah, that's kind of some protection that won't phase him for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't expect much action out of this game to start at least. I mean, obviously we already had the Bloodlust skill here on the Moon Meander, but other than that, it seems like it is more about just a passive laning phase here between these two teams for the most part. Again, as exciting as it is to see Berserker and as good of a time start he's even having, you'd have a Draconis down here having a good start as well. Granted, Berserker's is a lot better actually. Already 32 and 19 compared to 25 and 7 here. So Bubbles, it seems like actually Bubbles being played by Krebson here has managed to do a pretty solid job. And actually Empath, level 3, has an invis, is coming down to the bottom lane as well. So maybe going to try to catch this Draconis here, or excuse me, even the Luna here. Or even the Draconis if he gets caught out.
Yeah.
Perhaps wait for Bubbles to maybe get level 6 soon too. Would be ideal. But she is going to come out of invis right there, so doesn't look like a gank is going to be successful in the end.
Oh,
fall back.
Yeah. Well, the Swedish folk picking up the Berserker, all-out Viking hero.
Yeah.
Not surprising. God, I'm just waiting for the first combat. Watch it just go totally anticlimactic. The hero just gets rolled, and then they just got stopped by the
Shut up.
tree.
That'll never happen. Okay, again, they
have a very powerful team.
Well, it's that, and they have history with this hero. It was against TTE Sports. It was a game 3. It was in the it was in Han Tour, wasn't it? I believe it was in Han Tour.
So, but there's Shadowblade against Berserker.
Shadowblade versus Berserker, basically. Ooh, bottom lane, Krebson might be in some trouble here. Does have that Shell Surf tap his ultimate? No, not going to go off, and the Shell Surf will be successful. So Riser could have taken the risk right there, but decided to not go for it, and Krebson able to make the getaway in the end. But again, looking back at the game, he did ultimately end up with 700 gold per minute. You made the funny statement that he's never played the hero before and wasn't even sure what to do, but ultimately, farmed like a boss in that game.
It's like, I don't know what I just did, man.
I
just hit R
and I was able to tear people up.
Yeah.
Fun hero, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes a troll lock and eventually a pick to eventually be like, hey, this guy's actually pretty good. Let's use him more. And then, of course, there's always the benefit that actually, middle lane, Farrell's in a little bit of trouble right here. The wall going to come out from Empath, but obviously look at Farrell standing his ground. He has the Mystic Vestment, so he's able to tank it quite a bit.
Yep.
Big kid playing the Pharaoh here.
Seen Pebbles be a little bit of a nightmare sometimes for Pharaoh, too, being able to chuck people out. I mean, chuck them out of the wall and stuff like that, too, so. We'll see how that comes into play.
What was I going to say, though? Oh, yeah, but the Berserker factor here is any very rarely ever seen pick is that the other team, how much experience do they have with the hero? I mean, it's one thing if Flensmeister was playing the hero and he really didn't have much of an idea what he did, then how much of a clue does complexity have of the hero? Maybe since they heard about that, they could have done some research, or maybe they even knew before that, but it's still it's a worthy argument that if you're playing against a hero that you don't play usually in an everyday match, then it can catch you off guard at times. So
indeed,
it's also that advantage that you can take.
Yeah, I mean,
for them.
His farm obviously very sound here in this early game. Still 370. Action sitting at 315. So both of them doing very well. Berserker just a little bit more on top of that.
Bubbles here. He's still level 5 actually at the bottom lane, but he's just doing his darnest to get any type of farm. In fact, taking a couple of kills right there with the Shell Surf. So good for Krebs in there. Beat Kid playing the Pharaoh though this time around. He is also trying to hold his own against Pebbles. It's kind of been a 2 versus 1. Kind of back and forth, but Super KG is most certainly winning this middle lane quite a bit. 49 and 17 now. Coming up for Pebbles, 8.5 minutes in here. Oh yeah, by the way, we already had the answer to the question of who would get the Bloodlust kill. I just realized that too. Empath ended up getting the Bloodlust kill. So if you guessed Empath, you're eligible to win the Sound Blaster headset or the Sound Blaster sound card there. Congratulations. Berserker, got the Steam Boots. Helm of the Black Legion actually has enough gold for the Beast Tart here.
Yep.
Just been a courier, perhaps. There you go. And you'll have a Helm of the Black Legion now, so we'll see once this game starts picking up. Again, expected it to kind of be pretty passive here early on. But in the meantime, Tempest, Draconis, and Aluna, they're going to group up here and do a little bit of a push. But Bubbles, he is level 6 now, and he shell surfs to kind of clean up the creep wave a little bit.
Who else is pushing with 3 creeps here?
Yep.
Ophelia.
Oh, yeah, and Empath is going to join them as well. Level 9 Berserker, by the way. He's the first one to hit that mark. So not only leading a goal from it, but also experience, and going to push the tower. I don't know if Complexity is going to stop this, actually. Yeah, they're not. Not even close.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion
Tower kill for Lions. 2,500 gold lead all of a sudden for them. Again, looking pretty good all across the board here. The bottom lane will eventually be stopped too. Not enough pressure put there. And they're going to keep going top. Now, Keeper of the Force is nearby with a Luna. So Complexity is setting up as if they could go for a counter here. You need to be a little bit careful. Oh, the Root going to be coming over here. Berserker in some trouble. He does have the ultimate right there in the Carnage. Here comes the Tempest ultimate, though. Carnage was activated. The Strength Step also going to be used right here. But Berserker is ported back? Okay, yeah, he got ported back right there. Empath is going to end up falling, as well as Ophelia. But at least Berserker does stay alive here for the Hellborn team. And well, everyone there for Complexity.
They use Keeper Root. They use Elemental Void, so this is a window of opportunity. Hey, go push, go push, go push, go push. Berserker's already tearing up this middle lane.
Yeah, you were doing mid.
Pebbles, meanwhile, still a while till his portal key. He's doing well, but just not quite there yet. And definitely favorable for Complexity, but still, they're playing catch-up all across the board. Gives room for Bubbles.
Pebbles runs right into Draconis. One attack. Oh, Haste Rune. Yes, he'll get it off right there. Oh, the miss of the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Beacon was hoping Pebbles would go a little bit further, but it wasn't to be. So good patience by Pebbles right there. I was actually watching, just sitting there with the Haste Rune in the uphill. And Draconis just did the work for him. He ran right into him because of that. And obviously we saw the combo and then the follow-up. So good, well played. You see the Stalagmite attempt in the middle lane. But Pharaoh's going to be fine as he's able to avoid it. Well, that's a big kill on Draconis. I mean, he's been having solid farm, but slowing that down a little bit always good.
Still obviously the Keeper down for 45 more. Elemental Void down. They know they can just play a lot more aggressively with pretty much all their heroes. Farm the lanes up that much more. By the time they have him back up, we're looking at potential portal key almost coming out for Pebbles.
Yeah, 1,500 gold now saved up on enemies. He's definitely with the heavy build-up, too, with the Steam Boots bottle and power supply here. So very efficient build here for him. Empath's still level 4. Obviously, you want that level 6 on her for the As-1 ability. But I guess if you're not really grouping up a whole lot just yet. Bubbles with a shell surf at the top, or bottom lane even. Oh, he's still in a lot of trouble, though. He tried to make his getaway, but the Blazing Flight gonna burn too much, and Bubbles will eventually fall to that. So Krabsing gets taken out. Well played by Haxorn and Franzi right there.
Yeah.
But a combine for the kill.
Well, nice little counter kill there, helping his gold recover after the gank on him.
Keeper of the Force is going to pick up the regen rune right before Pebbles can get there to bottle it. Get steal right there. Coming out by him.
Berserker's still sort of not contested at all in this farm. He's only level 11 now. No real major. I mean, there's been gank attempts and things like gank attempts and successful attempts at that, but no real major fights. It needs to be level 11 entering them. With that level 2, the 60% reduction.
Again, it's Complexity not really too concerned apparently about that. As far as this game and how it's progressing, you see him using the Strength Sap right there to help with his farm a little bit. And
yeah, his ulti actually works on towers too, as far as I know.
I believe it does, yeah. So yeah, if you use it, the numbers will start popping up. Yep, there's a tower kill coming out for the Hellborn team. Now, it is a counter push for Complexity at the bottom lane in the meantime. So, again, kind of making it a 1-for-1. Granted, it was a secondary tower, obviously. For the first middle lane, Pharaoh coming in right here. Pebbles trying to run away. Rather the Pharaoh going to be a support coming in from Franzi, it looks like. Pebbles says, get off me, bro, though, with the chuck. Wall's going to come out from Empath, cutting off Luna, if anything. Berserker and Ophelia are nearby. Stalagmite's not going to connect, though, and Pebbles will be sent back to base right here. So, not really the biggest damage done in the end by either team, but Pebbles gets sent back to base, and look what he has.
Yeah.
Gets the portal key.
Yeah, indeed. Perfect timing for him, and he can come right back on, and this is a good moment. We talked before, the Pebbles chuck coming into play with that Pharaoh, the hook in, tossing him back outside of it, mitigating a lot of the damage that would come out from the Hellfire. Great job.
Another tower kill, and 3,000 gold lead for Lions. Experience lead is in favor of Complexity, though. 1,100 lead. Oh, look at this, though. Congor. Congor's going to be attempted. You see the Strength Staff from Berserker. I was wondering if he's going to ulti. I mean, the ultimate's not a long cooldown. Yeah, it's only 50 seconds. It's down to 30 seconds at level 3. Holy crap. Just another thing. So I was wondering if he's going to use the Carnage here.
Uh-oh.
not going to just yet, though. Pebbles on the top lane. Tempest in trouble. There's the combo. One more auto attack, and he gets a kill right there. Meanwhile, near the Congor pit, Bubbles, that's an illusion going out. I'm going to bait something here. So I'm not going to go for Congor in the end.
Yeah, no, but they still got the Tempest kill. I mean, they could resume it. Berserker's still on it, man. He's still hungry.
Again, Berserker ballsy, man. This is how the hero works. It makes you as a player, even if you're not usually like that. You're just like, screw it, I'm going.
I'm all in. Yeah, actually, max out strength zap obviously as well. When you look at his tankiness, and is he gonna health potion up here? Yeah, he is. So they obviously still want it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Ophelia, is she gonna heal up too? Yeah, there's the portable fountain in that side shop there. Keeping them high.
Yep, making good use of that. Of course, that change has been for a long time now.
I don't know. Putting the gorilla on a leash there. You know, the other cool thing about Chain Spike is it's all physical.
Yep, all physical damage, yep.
Yep. That's, now, okay, it doesn't actually break ports, right?
No, it just immobilizes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Forsaken Archer.
Damn, look at Congor fall, man.
Yeah, he did use the Carnage. You see the red numbers pop up, and
this is gonna be level 11. Not yet.
Not just yet, but Token of Life will be picked up on a Berserker, and you know, what better hero exactly. Helping the man.
Take it by word, dog.
Yeah, thanks it.
Yeah.
Level 5 Empath still, so again, they're still waiting for a couple of core levels here at level 11 Berserker, level 6 Empath, but once they get those especially. Very deadly lineup over here for Lion Esports Club, and they know that this is a time that they have that opening here. This is a beautiful window for them to make something happen. Yeah. Nullstone getting close to being finished on Draconis, though, in the meantime.
Yeah, just so close to level 11, as you said, and then the level 6 Empath. Just want to see them both, and that's when Berserker is going to go nuts.
Just love the con. Berserker gonna go nuts, yes. That's the carnage. So gonna push this bottom tower. Complexity not going to stop it, of course. You see the carnage right there is working on the tower. So again, just to clarify on that. Actually does work. Kelfin in the meantime, the middle lane. Bubbles is great for this. Trying to set up counter kills in the meantime. Nice green illusion. Big wrath to the Pharaoh as well. It ultimately will save Draconis. Big plays by Complexity to keep Draconis alive right there. That was for certain a death if it wasn't for both Aluna and Pharaoh. Yep. Aluna's still going to be dove on, but no, she's going to be fine. And the Nullstone is also finished because of that for Draconis. So that was big plays all around for Complexity.
The push not slowing down too. Is this wave going to give him 11 finally? I feel like he's been edging on it for a while now.
Yeah, he's been sitting there for a while, yeah. Come on, hit 11.
If it's not 11, I'm going to be pissed. It's creep. No, what? I'm quitting. I'm quitting. I'm done.
He has Carnage in 7 seconds right here. Vulnerability coming out. We're going to see TPs. Not just yet. He has a Chain Spike. Nope, going to deactivate the Nullstone. Pretty good for that, of course. There goes the Mark of Death. The tower will fall in their favor, but now Berserker. He's going to be ported back, though. He's going to be ported back. Well played right there. Handskin may ultimately end up dying right here, but again, gets a lot of resources used. They get another tower kill, and Berserker stays alive. He's still level 10. Holy crap. But something's bugged.
This is it. This is it. Right there. Bam.
There we go. He's got a level 10.
I knew it. I knew it. He was level 10 top lane for a while.
Yeah.
It's like, he's going to hit level 11 soon
they
before they fight.
Up, obviously,
I know. It's just... I was just waiting for it in the Congor kill. Obviously gives the team a lot of experience. I was just waiting for it, man. Now it's here. Now it's here, and level 6 on Empath is here too. This is the moment we've been waiting for.
Yeah. Again, putting a lot of focus into into this Hellborn team for sure. But you look at Complexity as a whole, and the Nullstone, like we said, on Draconis. You got that portal key on Tempest now, so Riser choosing to go the portal key yet again.
Right.
As far as priority here.
I said it once, I'll say it again. Complexity's got a great team makeup. They've got the late game. They have the huge team fight coming out from Tempest and Element. You know, the Keeper of the Forest. Potential double Restoration Stone coming out last game. As we saw, I mean, it was overwhelming last game. But let's be honest, we've seen Draconis carry a zillion times.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I'm looking at this big guy.
Yeah. Speaking of Berserker more so, I'm actually. What do you think about a Shrunken Head? I mean, we know his ultimate.
Berserker?
Yeah, Berserker. Do you think that's something he should look to invest into here, or could you see him passing it up?
I don't really think so.
It's more about the life.
I mean, I could see it being good, but I feel like... I don't know. Keeper Root, Tempest Glacial Blast will be 1 second, mitigated 80%. It's always... okay,
he's going to go in Sanitarius. Yeah, I was going to say that's another definite
It would just seem like a waste.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. It's like, yeah, certain heroes.
What? They're still pushing.
Yeah, Keeper of the Forest busy backdooring the top tower right there, so kind of distracting them. But yeah, the push still continues. Carnage is down for 13 more seconds. But Berserker does have that token of life, remember. Going to chain spike right there. The mark for death comes out. In comes the keeper where the wall's going to be used right there in the meantime. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to come out. Berserker being locked down. Still has a Carnage. He may end up falling, but he has a token of life, remember. In comes the Ophelia heal. And yes, they will get the kill with the Tempest locked in right there. But again, Berserker's going to come back out. Kelphil locking them in place. Here comes Berserker. There's the Carnage. Look at him turn apart the Legion.
Holy crap. He's going to get another chase.
Sanitarius, the mark for death coming out. Not going to be able to chase down a Luna though. Going to go for the melee racks instead. Nope, now he's going to turn around and fall back with the rest of his team. The Carnage running off right there. Empath still has the As-1, by the way. She never used it right there.
Now it is. Nope.
Okay,
nope.
use it. Okay, she's going to be ported back,
okay.
actually. So she will be fine. And actually, Berserker running away, too. So, she never used the As-1. That was kind of interesting. But I think it's safe to say Lion Esports Club coming out on top of that fight right there. Was there buybacks? Yes, several buybacks.
Yeah,
wow.
three.
Holy crap.
3 buybacks. That's
Pharaoh,
Trace.
Tempest, and Keeper.
Huge push.
Mm-hmm.
And now with that Insantarius, level 12. Uh-oh.
Middle lane,
big boy.
Berserker. Does he have the
That mummy
Carnage
wall,
again?
man. That mummy wall is really
screws him,
freaking
yeah.
frustrating.
Pebbles jumping in. Do they have any type of vision?
No.
Keeper the Force going to be spotted, actually. Stalagmites will connect right there. And Moon Meander is going to be caught out, it looks like. In comes everything. Nature's Wrath on top of everything else. Berserker obviously there. And down it goes Moon Meander. So just simply got caught out right there.
Foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
Like, he's angry.
Going
Okay.
for the push.
So we got Ancients. They're double stacked. Triple stack potentially coming out here. What are we going to say? Oh, they're stealing the enemy Ancients too. Pebbles. Nice.
Pebbles has that shrunken head too. If he actually kills these here, we'll see if Berserker prioritizes farm for him. It looks like it is going to be the case, at least a couple of them. But one more maybe. Yeah. Oh, he needs this last one. Then he'll have the shrunken. Okay, yeah, he's going to give it to him. So there's the shrunken head on Pebbles. Another obviously huge pickup here for the Hellborn team. Level 11 Bubbles. Ophelia has been doing work as well. Handskin has been doing just fine herself. 380 gold per minute too on Ophelia.
Okay.
It's got the Ring of Sorcery, Plated Greaves, Astrolabe, working on the Shaman's Headdress, to eventually a Barrier Idol, of course. Empath inside of the Bubbles right here. They're going to jump Tempest, actually. In comes the Shell Surf, Kelfield, everything going to be used on top of Empath abilities. Again, that's just what makes that hero so powerful in that sense. The As-1 is one thing, but the fact that you can still use your own abilities and items, for that matter, is ridiculous.
It's very, very big. Now, what do you see this Mighty Blade picked up by Berserker? What's your prediction?
I can see Icebrand. I can see Icebrand and a Frostwolf Skull, yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Frostwolf Skull last time he played Berserker.
Again, the Shrunken Head, it does seem odd to me. I mean, I think it's even different than your typical, like Stonehide on Predator, or obviously like a Swiftblade Spin. Like, there's always that argument, like, is it worth getting Shrunken Head on them because they technically have a magic immunity? Especially the Stonehide Predator, I think, is the closest comparison. It just feels like for Berserker, you're better off just getting the health in general, because that amplifies his damage that much more because he's strength and on top of his ultimate.
It's kind of the case, too, where, you know, when you're Shrunken Headed, if they can't use Disables on you, they're going to use it on your teammates. With Berserker, you don't care if they use it on you because you're shrugging it right on off. So,
and it almost discourages the other team to even focus that then, with that said. So, yeah, again, Shrunken Head in the end, it's not like, if he goes, then I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you pussy. But no, it'll be fine, but...
Well, he just spent his gold, so...
Did he? What did he buy? Icebrand? Yes, it is an Icebrand. So, he's going the Icebrand, and I like to see that. Because I am more so curious than anything to see how this works without a Shrunken Head. Because, obviously, again, in games like this where we never really see a hero like this...
that much to worry about, honestly, to go Shrunken Head, though. I mean, look at Glacial Blast.
True.
Those are going to be... once he's level 16, those are going to be 0.2 second stuns. You'll get a Luna stun, unless it's the Emerald Red... You know, stunned him, it's going to be a 0.2 second stun.
Tempest Ultimate, it wouldn't do anything.
Honestly, you don't care. You honestly don't care.
Yeah. Tempest Ultimate wouldn't do anything. Feral Mummy Walls, it has no impact, so yeah.
I mean, really, it's just a little bit of magic damage shrugging off, which Draconis can put out, but...
Oh, you see the Illusion Pebbles right here. Trying to bait something out, perhaps, but... Feral's like, I'm going to TP, and... Little did he know, he's fine. So, Lion's definitely calming things down, but you do have the Draconis in the back of your mind. Look at him, level 15. He is farming nearly 500 gold per minute now. Haxerin says, you cannot forget about me, and he is absolutely right. I mean, he's got the core and the Shrunken Head and Nullstone. Now you expect next, whether it's Geometer's Bane, or even a Savage Mace, obviously.
Savage Mace is
seems like the go-to.
The go-to at this point, yeah. That would carry his team. Otherwise, he still kind of tickles.
So, just going to continue to farm for now. The rest of his team, Tempest and Keeper of the Force especially, not doing too shabby. I mean, Pharaoh's also accomplished his, at least early items with the Helm of the Black Legion and whatnot. Bear, your idol is finished on Ophelia. Good idol.
Yeah, it's the double heal combo in a sense. The Bear idol plus Astrolabe.
Yeah.
Gonna be even more sustainability.
Empath with a bound eye. So that's always a big item. Especially against a Keeper of the Forest. And just warding and whatnot. Berserker gonna continue to rove around him. You see him right now at 2100 life before the Insanitarius use. So
yeah, I feel like they're just kind of waiting right now for the Congor kill. Obviously, they got the 3 minnows. They're ready to go. It's kind of just revolving around that at the moment.
You see 2600 life once he uses that Insanitarius. Yeah, I think Frostless Skull and then eventually the Behemoth's Heart. Obviously, that's way down the line, but it seems like that would be the very solid finish here for him. Or not even finish necessarily, but a follow-up. There is also the argument of lifesteal. I mean, there's something like a Whispering Helm into a similar rage eventually. You could also value that for Berserker. Seems like lifesteal could be very valuable on him too.
I feel like he's tanky enough to where doesn't really need that. Just go all in for the damage. And
into Congor. You called it.
They're kind of split up here.
So wait for Congor. There's
they know, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's they can spot it all they want. Not going to use the Carnage. I'm still a little bit curious about that for Berserker.
Well,
it seems like
for the fight in case it breaks out, I suppose. Yeah, I know. It does a lot of damage.
It would kill it so much faster though.
Double
damage. Oh man. And he isn't half-life here. You need to be a little careful.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Complexity setting up. Pharaoh is getting Wrath of the Pharaoh right here. Yes, he connects on a Berserker. Berserker is going to be caught out. Can he get that team support? Going to activate the Carnage. There comes the Chain Spike. The team support coming in. The Aphelios here already used right there. Going to try to port him back. Oh, the port back not successful. Root comes out. Draconis now flying in as well. Ophelia is going to be locked down. She's not going to be able to get away. Berserker did fight back, by the way. He is ready to go back into this team fight. No one died on Complexity, though. And they still have a Tempest ultimate, remember. Here comes Berserker, though. Bubble's going to port in. Pebbles with a follow-up. Stalagmite's done. Pharaoh's going to end up dying right here, it looks like. No, maybe. Mark for Death is on, and Berserker will finish him off with that Carnage activated. Pebbles going to die in the process. Kelfield hitting several heroes right there. Empath finally jumping inside of Berserker. He's going to be blocked by the trees, though. And now Berserker realizing his time is up. He needs to get the Tempest ultimate, though. Like I was saying, it's still up. He still has the Insanity. There we go. There's our turnaround with the Strength Staff and whatnot. The life drain on to Keeper of the Force right there. He's going to try to chase him. Is Berserker. Pebbles comes back into the fight as well. Good combo on to Draconis. Draconis on the run. Maybe a Chain Spike up in 3 seconds, it looks like. Draconis still on the run. No Soda is up as well, though. Bubbles ports in. Has a Song on the Sea in 3 seconds himself. Draconis, Blazing Fight, not enough mana. He's going to use it right there. That poor man's portal he used, though, and down goes Draconis. Oh, Bubbles does die, though, as the fire was just too intense in the end. The red power throw, it also snipes out Berserker.
Oh,
that is huge right there. Red power throw from Franzi coming out right there, and that's going to stall any bit of push that may have happened. They're going to fall back in the end.
Well, no, more important than the push, Congor.
Congor, yeah, you're right.
Well, Elemental Void is down now for quite a while. Yeah, and did you see it, that fight? That's exactly what I was talking about. Empath wall canceling hull.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Apparently. So making some plays right there with the Empath wall. Again, you said it was possible, and apparently it is. Again, whether that ultimately is intended or not, I'm not sure, but it is possible. And able to stop it right there. You said even with the shrunken head.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just displacing the target.
Damn, that is very powerful. You got to play around that. Now, you're already dealing with an Ophelia with the Skeleton Kings, of course.
Yeah.
Got that to deal with. But, yeah, what a fight. I mean, obviously, that was a big start for Complexity. Perfect timing, even with a double damage Berserker.
I felt like if they all committed, they still would have been fine to kill it. They let Berserker take way too much health, and he was getting stunned by...
Pebbles completely whiffed his Stalagmites on the Luna, sorry.
Okay.
He had a free kill.
I feel like they all just committed to the Congor, though. They would have been fine.
Yeah, I agree. And they even used the Carnage, like I said. It's like...
With the double damage right from the start, they would have had it.
It's like, I understand you want to maybe... And again, they can't see what we can see, so it's
I know, exactly. But
it is a case of... I agree with you.
Well,
they committed to it. But in the end, I mean, we still got a very even game here, if anything.
Yeah, I know.
Between the two teams.
We just do see the Savage Mace almost picked up by Haxorin.
Yep, that's the big item. And I mean, again, the synergy is most certainly there for complexity with the Keeper, the Tempest, and Draconis. Got that working for
closer
them.
to that shrunken head. What else do we see here? Barbed armor, gonna be pretty big for Pharaoh, especially on pickoffs onto the Berserker like that.
Yeah,
they do have 2 tablets. It's just Empath wasn't inside of him, obviously, so not able to push him back.
Yeah, I've been noticing that again. That Congor fight kind of made sense because Berserker was caught out in an awkward spot, and so Empath wasn't really able to get to him.
Didn't want to jump in teammate because he wanted to save it for when Berserker was back up. As you saw, it was huge because he was able to use that wall to cancel the Elemental Void.
Yeah. Him and Berserker, though, and Pebbles did use buybacks there, too. Obviously worth mentioning. To keep a mark on who's what, who's where in this game right here.
Yeah, it seems way too close for the whole Draconis, Tempest, Keeper combo. But yeah, what they have works, and with the ability to cancel the Elemental Void, with the fact that the Keeper of the Forest route really won't affect him that badly, it's something scary. He's level 16 now. They have level 11 Empath. There's a lot going on in this game.
Yeah. So you're going to go back for Congo right here. Again, there's kind of a ward of sight over here in the middle lane, but
well, he's another
double damage. Oh man, activate Carnage, please. Incinerate. There he goes. Okay, look at that, 576. Yeah, they're gonna kill it. They were just spotted, but Complexity has no way they're gonna get here in time. It's a free Congor kill.
Goes down.
So you see the possibility. He is level 16, obviously, by the way. So the Carnage even that much more impactful. Yeah, he now has a token of life, and again, a very good hero to have it on. So. Same time, we do have a Draconis. Kind of just rinse and repeat here as far as what we're saying.
Then we know the lockdown with Draconis and also the Elemental Void with Draconis. Huge.
Apparently it's a bad server. Is it a European server? Or it is a USC server, actually. Look at the latency. Oh, wow, Seal Kid. Yeah, they're actually lagging quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, 278, 286. Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Some high latency for Europe to US East.
Yeah.
Wow.
How's Haxorin doing? He's high too. Yeah, it is indeed a bad server for the Euros this game.
That's unfortunate. That's obviously much more to the advantage of Complexity.
Yeah, Complexity's played.
It is what it is. Yeah,
I'm not saying the pick. Yeah,
again,
for sure.
It's not necessarily even an excuse in the end. It's just it does suck though. 30 minutes now into the game, we see Lion Esports Club. We're gonna start pushing into the middle base once again. Obviously, the tower is dead, so the rack's exposed. But again, Draconis doesn't have the Savage Mace just yet. Was that?
Just trying to see if he's gonna use Mark to cancel Maelstone, or if he's gonna keep that for chasing targets.
There we go. Empath inside. They're gonna go right for the melee racks right here. Again, he has the token. In comes Tempest. Obviously, has the Elemental Void to use. Going to be stunned a little bit right there. Not the biggest deal in the world, though. Berserker going back up.
Oh, see.
He's going to use the Mark for Death to deactivate the also the Chain Spike as well. Here we go. The initiative from Pharaoh, though. Tablets are going to be used. Pebbles caught in an awkward spot. Berserker on the run completely. In comes the root on top of everyone right there. Tempest, the ultimate is stopped immediately by the wall. There's the turnaround from Berserker. Look at the auto attacks with their 500 plus damage coming out from him. Empath falls out. Draconis standing his ground. Draconis in a lot of trouble, though. Going to be tableted away. Pharaoh's now trying to get on the run. He does have that barbed armor. It's coming up in 3 seconds. Berserker, though, falling very low. He does have the token of life, though, so I kind of wonder if it's best if he just kind of goes in right here. Mark for Death. Yes, he's going to go balls to the wall. There's the Chain Spike coming out. The auto attack's too much for Keeper the Force to handle. 2 heroes are dead right now on Complexity. Haxorin does port back in. Again, he didn't buy back. He just never died. Dragon of Flame. Berserker, is he actually going to die right here? Yes, he is. Token of life, though. Bring him right back up. Empath Ultimate's coming up in 20 seconds, too, remember. Carnage is back up, too, by the way. The Mummy Wall is blocking them out, though. Yeah, it's definitely causing issues here. And ultimately, the racks will stay alive. So I think Complexity, I mean, you could definitely argue they won that fight there. Even with the hero losses. So
you feel like just because they got the token?
They got the token, and they saved the racks. Remember, there's no tower there even. I mean, they held them off the whole time.
They did lose 2, Keeper and Tempest. But yeah, with Draconis scaling, Frostwolf Skull going to be completed here soon by Berserker. Yeah, I would say Draconis got really close to dropping. Really, really close.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely, and I will say, the more I'm realizing too, Berserker's definitely, and sure the chain spike, he kind of has that CC himself, but the whole being able to lock people down, obviously once he gets a Frostal Skull, that'll really help him. But he is getting quite a bit. And a lot of that does come down to complexity, just playing it very well, of course, with their team support, with the tablets and everything. So, but Berserker is most certainly getting kited, and obviously that's what you want to do against him.
Yeah.
If
well,
you're the other team here.
Legion calling a vote to pause. I almost wonder if this has something to do with the wall, if they're upset about it or not. Or
well, either the lag again. It seems like for the European players, the lag is a little bit of an issue. Yeah, see Haxman right here.
yeah, see, I called it.
Oh, yeah, they want to
Well,
maybe question that, but again, it's
yeah.
what do you do? I mean,
well,
it's not.
I don't know. It is a tough call. I mean, I think it's okay for an admin ruling at this point.
It's okay for admin to step in, but it's well, what do you say? You can't wall Tempest anymore when he's ultimating. I mean, that's a very fine line, because
I know.
as an empath player, you're like then you're scared. You don't want to maybe wall to block it off, and then accidentally wall, and when you didn't maybe intend to, and then oh no, you're going to be ruled against.
I know, but
that,
it is in my opinion. In my opinion, it is pretty clear that the intended purpose of this wall is to cancel the Elemental Void.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
So, that being said, are the admins okay with it or not? That's
Yeah. Like you could say an admin could step in here and basically say, well, again,
I don't know. I don't know what they're. I don't know.
It's no matter what. Obviously, it is going to be a very, very, very difficult decision. Yeah. When you look at it, in my mind, it should be a case of dealt with ultimately after the game, especially now that we're 33 minutes into the game here. I mean, we're progressing here. You see Franzi clearly pointing that out, so they are very aware. But yeah, again, I don't know what to say. It is ultimately up to the admins in the end, whichever. If I don't know if there actually are any admins right here right now, but I would hope there would be at the grand finals after all. So hopefully we can get that figured out. I mean, that is a fair point. Again, it's where do you classify it being a known bug or not?
People have used cliff walking.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, Franzi used cliff walking. Speaking of Franzi, we had that incident with him.
What?
I think it was in Haunter where I mentioned it was near the observatory.
Oh no, that wasn't. That was the tree regrow. But yeah, you had to use to get out of there.
Similar concept.
Yeah, the tree regrow.
If you're gonna sit here and say that, then
well, I don't know. It's let's see, violations ring.
Again, it's
see, for once again, I don't know where to draw the line here. It is really hard to say. It is a fine line, and personally, I don't know what to say.
Well, again, I mean, Franzi does bring up. It is a fair point. Ultimately, there is an overall ruling of you're not allowed to exploit game bugs. It both hell, not even just for any tournament matches in the game itself. I mean, that's just a known thing, of course. But again, it's where do you classify? Is this a game-breaking bug that should not be abused?
Game-breaking bug or not, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
So whether someone needs to come out, whether it's.
But see, this is the ultimate problem too. In the end, the fairest thing I can see happening here is saying this game doesn't count. They just simply stop this game and they make
redraft.
Because yeah, you're screwing over Lions then. If Lions' idea was like you were saying, the reason why they picked up the Sempath specifically was to maybe counter the Tempest along with helping Berserker, and not maybe considering it being against the rules or whatever. Then it's not fair to them at the same time. How?
If they didn't consider it a bug, and
if they didn't consider it a bug, yeah. So I mean, again, there's a lot of sides to this for sure, as far as when it's concerned.
Well,
I don't know what to say because I don't. I mean, okay, apparently Hanskin is talking to one.
Yeah, I mean, if it is ruled that as such, I would probably say that the game needs to have, in my opinion, I would consider it being just reset.
I think it's just best because, again, you look at where this game's at right now. I mean, is there any the hell is that? Impasse wall should not be able to.
That's a forum post.
Oh, so we just basically make it a point that
yes,
it is considered a bug. Okay. But again, well, yeah, I think because especially if one team was clearly like if Lions was actually in a pretty good lead, then I think it would be even more of a problem. But this is a very even game right now. I mean, you could argue that complexity has a big advantage because of that Draconis, but again, at the same time, you have a very foreign Berserker with that Empath combination. It's a very even game 33 minutes in. So I do think the fairest thing to do, if they feel that it is a bug to the point of it shouldn't be allowed, just remake the game. Is really what it comes down to. I would hate to see. I would hate to sit here and see a game be forfeited in favor of one team because of something like this. Because, yeah.
I mean, I did say at the start of the game that it does have. I said it right when I saw Empath versus Tempest picked right away. I said,
"Oh
hey,
yeah, you called
I knew about it. I mean,
clearly
I didn't
Lions
know where
did
the
too.
line, know where the line is if it's considered the bug or exploit or not. But I was just letting you guys all out there know what I know about it, and it does work. And I could see it being fair to have a reset if it is truly deemed something that. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of it because.
But we can discuss it all we want, but in the end, it's not our decision. I mean, it is the admin's decision, so it is going to be interesting to see what would come out of this. I just really hate to say that it's already having an impact for sure, but I just want to be this as minimalized as possible, of course, because this has been an amazing series so far. Even this game, obviously, we had freaking Berserk for Christ's sake. I mean, it's been a great game 3 here. I would hate to see it all kind of go downhill basically because of something like this. So
right, I agree.
It's just not good for anyone in the end. So hopefully we can get a response soon from one of the admins as far as the final.
Just reset the series and go new.
Well, reset the game.
Yeah.
Reset the whole series. I'll start from game 1,
Screw it
guys.
up, man.
Everything's. We just figured, you know what? Just start the whole series over. Yeah, I mean, talk about an even series, though, even games here. Man, this has been a lot of fun so far. Obviously, we're tied at 1 game apiece right now here in what is a best of 5. So for those, again, it does say on your screen, but just to clarify, the best of 5 here. So we'll see where we stand. It will get to a point, hopefully not too much longer here, but it does get a little too long, though. We might actually just step out here take a quick break and then come back once we do have more information for you guys. Let's just go ahead and do that. I think we've kind of discussed it enough and given our opinions on that.
Yeah,
so
looks like
if we're good, just let me know when you're good, Brenton. And Haxron just wants to play Han, damn it.
That's all he ever wants to do. He's an addict, man.
I agree.
Someone needs to get him off of this.
Play Han, man.
Can we just ban him so he can
just get
a little bit of time off? He needs a vacation. All right. Well, are we?
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll cut to us first, and then we'll go another break here. So, all right, there we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to get this figured out, guys. Definitely stay tuned. Obviously, we'll have a resume here, hopefully very, very shortly. And we'll let you know exactly what the ruling is and where we're going to go from here. So, sit tight, guys. Game number 3 should be continuing in a couple of minutes. Sit tight.
aggro. Heal! Heal! We got this! We got this!
Stop beating your hardware. Head to newegg.com for an upgrade. And for more tech videos, check out our Newegg YouTube channel.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the teams, we are actually resumed, so let's jump in as soon as possible here. The teams have decided to, okay, basically what was said, I don't know if it was an exact admin ruling, but B-Kid basically said, no intentional cancel with the wall, agree to play on. And yep. Lion said, okay, well, let's go. So here we are. That's basically where we stand. So, okay, as you can see, moving on indeed. And, hey, at least we're continuing on with the game, so I'm just ultimately cool to see that. And, you know, life moves on. So, okay, you know, now taking that into consideration, you know, for Lions Esports Club, you know, they maybe picked the hero, maybe having that in mind. Complexity asking them not to do it again. Moving on. Let's just hope that doesn't become an incident here, to say the least.
Yeah, well, now they came to the agreement between both teams, so what issue is there, man?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
if they're able to work it out, that's really what matters, and the game moves on. Look at this, though. Speaking of what we got here now, Berserker just finishing his Axe of the Malphite. So we are going to see that Behemothar coming up on him, and again, that's a huge item, especially for him, between that Carnage Ultimate and it being a strength hero in general. He is going to become beefy, man. So
right.
But yeah, now with that said, even with this Shrunken Head coming up on Tempest, which I believe he just finished, he just has delivered right there. He still have Skeleton Kings. He does have Skeleton Kings from Ophelia, so it is still possible.
And speaking of her, let's see what she's got. She's got a Vagabond leader, 2 Minotaurs, so
not Skeleton Kings.
Skeleton King yet.
I need to find that.
Looking on the map here, that is Minotaurs in the far camp.
Yeah, obviously a little bit of the momentum kind of taken away here, both for the teams and for us, it's safe to say. I mean, when you have a 15-minute break, really kind of like that, trying to figure that out, then kind of sucks. But hey, we're back, and that's the good thing. So just a quick regroup here. This is game number 3 here for the best out of 5 Sound Blaster Heroes League Grand Finals coming at you. Complexity versus Lion Esports Club. As you can see on your screen, it is tied at 1 game apiece, and this has been an amazing and epic series so far. And we are now having another great game number 3 here, it looks like. So look at this. We got the Hellborn team. Lion Esports Club, they're feeling comfortable and making another push, apparently, into the base. Obviously, once again, the tower is destroyed. Invisibility rune on Pebbles. Oh, he's going to try to be sneaky right here. We'll see if he can find that opening.
Yeah, I don't know. He's looking for an easy pickoff, but okay, Keeper can't buy back right now. Neither can Tempest.
Keeper, by the way, going Void Talisman here.
Yeah, well, for Berserker, that's
seems like a good item.
Very prime pickup.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier.
Against some of these really just straight up physical damage in your face heroes. I mean, obviously makes sense. And Pat jumps inside Berserker right there once again. So obviously doesn't have a token of life this time, but yeah, here we go. Gonna start putting on the Melee Rex. Oh, the Stalagmite's missing right there under Codas. Here comes the Wrath of the Pharaoh from Pharaoh. The Mummy Walls go up, quick tablet onto Pebbles. Oh, he's actually gonna be ported back to base. And so now they really need to get away. Ophelia's on the run. Bubble's gonna get cut out here. Looks like a Root comes out. Bubble show strips away. Ophelia not gonna be the same story. She's doing her best to micro her way out of here, but the minion's not enough, and Ophelia does fall. So, Keeper Root was used. They got Wrath of Pharaoh. They did lose Ophelia, though, but the Hellborn team does fall back in time.
Yeah, and Keeper was used, and cooldown obviously pretty damn short, 90 seconds. By the time Ophelia's up, not going to be too big of a deal, so this should be a pretty easy counter. They can actually try to jump.
This is interesting. I mean, Ophelia is dead for 40 seconds. They don't have the Ophelia's touch or anything like that, which is level 3, by the way. You got Empath from the side, though. Looks like they want to make something. Oh, Empath goes to the side. Here we go, though. The big jump. In comes the Kelfield. Pebbles with the follow-up. He's being stun locked, though. Berserker running it with the cutter. Spares that Tempest ultimate, however, going to be used on top of that. Berserker be locked down. Look at those auto-attack damage, but Berserker just not beefy enough. He's going to eventually fall. And Complexity looking strong now in this fight. They're going to start pushing this deep at the tower. And Lion Esports Club only Bubbles alive off to the side here. He ain't going to do too much else. So now we got Complexity. They're going to start pushing into the base. And you look at Lions, no buybacks happening for them. This is probably going to be Rax right here for Complexity.
Yeah, Rax should be leading into game ultimately at this point. I mean, they're just looking strong. They've got the answers now for Lions' lineup, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking very strong for them right now. Complexity, obviously, a big team fight for them right there. I mean, that was a no-win threat. And you got to question a little bit of that decision from Lions. I mean, Ophelia's still dead. It wasn't the greatest angle. You do see GG well plays being called. Yeah. I think it's safe to say, clearly, it's frustration there. I mean, there's no doubt frustration there coming out, especially from Lions Esports Club. I mean, both teams, yes, we're trying to deal with the issue. In the end, it was decided just don't do it again and move on with the game. But again, there was a 15-minute break there where
they were
kind of displaced this stuff. So.
Yeah, I thought they were screwed as soon as they knew they weren't going to use the Empath Wall to cancel the whole. I thought that's what they had going for them, that lineup. I thought that's sort of why they drafted it. If it was decided it wasn't allowed, I would have gone for a remake. But they opted to play on, and, well, we saw what happened. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
They did agree to it in the end.
They did.
To be fair.
There's nothing to agree to it, so.
Yeah, in the end, Complexity, their lineup was a strong lineup. If anything, it was a very even game at that pause point, as I made a point of. And Complexity deserves a victory in the end. I mean, they won the last team fight right there. They take advantage again.